Hello, welcome back. I don't know why you're here, and God knows I got no clue why I'm here, beyond the fact that a long time ago two people had a very irresponsible night, and I am paying for it for the rest of my life, as we all know. So, after finishing the Wallace and Gromit games, which was awesome, we're now doing a little downtime with some Onmyoji soul builds, and of course, as you can see, we have another SSR-a-palooza here. Mostly because I have so many singular SSRs and SPs and everything, and Rs and all. I just think I need to start doing more videos just focused on them instead of just separates. But yeah, there are a few that I'm gonna do secondary soul builds I'm working on, which we've seen some of. So today's episode, we of course have Enma, our queen of the underworld, in her SSR form over here. And can I just say major props to whoever actually designed this skin for her. You knocked it clean out of the park. I mean, we're talking grand slam straight to the moon here. This is freaking gorgeous. Of course, we have Senhime over here. And I have to admit, I kind of love this armor skin. It looks amazing on her. We have Susanoo. We have Fukengaku. Wait, did I pronounce his name right? Oh shit, I must have not mispronounced it. Our mountain man. And we have Ungaikyo over here. I have to admit, I like this skin the best for him too. And I like his Evo skin the best. So, moving on. So, starting off, we'll start here with our queen, Enma, who, when I first started out, she was kind of, a lot of people tried to say she was trash, and no, she is not. In all honesty, she's fast naturally. She's naturally pretty fast, and the fact she can do her skills involve silencing an enemy and morphing an enemy. I mean, crowd control. We love crowd control here. So, because of that, and that after you kill your enemies, she can basically then turns them into a white ghost that will explode and take out and do damage. I mean, how could you ever think Enma isn't good? Or a lot of fun. Now, as you can see here, she's fully skilled, and since a lot of her abilities can get affected by effect hit, since she has the 100% base chance of inflicting silence, and has a 50% chance of the morphing, as you can see, I kind of went to town with boosting effect hit. I want that crowd control. And on that's why Shoujo is here. One attack booster with some effect hit here, in Shoujo's natural 50% boost. And of course here. And this beautiful Nightwing down here with a double dose of effect hit. Because like I said, I want that crowd control. I want that crowd control. And of course, why is Nightwing here? Originally it was just a joke on my part, but also give her booster attack and let her heal herself a little bit when she deals damage. Seemed like a good idea. It seemed like a fun thing. Believe me, I've got ideas in my head that one day I kind of want to do, and if I get another Enma, I can start boosting up, maybe doing a Soul Taker build, because just for shits and giggles, or try something else. Possessor might be fun. We'll see. But again, like I said, we have effect hit here. Over here we have this defense, some attack and crit damage boosting. Because while she only has like a 16% crit and 100% crit damage, why not? You need a little something. Of course, we have this other one. A lot of her souls I put on here were to add extra to attack and to effect it. And really, a little bit more speed, because anyone who knows me knows I love getting first move, because sometimes that can make or break an entire match. Something fierce, let me tell you. Now, next in the line, as we go down this line of glorious grade 6s, and I swear I'm not flexing, we have Ungaikyo over here, who is not responding at all. Senhime, stop that. And what I do with him? Well, for one, I skilled him up all the way, as you can see. Shifting of the sky, shifting of the stars. World Purge and Painful Life. You know, fully skilled, grade 6, beautiful. A little bit of effect hit because he does have a few things that are affected by something that's affected by effect hit. A little bit of effect resistance, a little more crit damage. Didn't touch speed, but a little more defense, a little more HP, and a lot of attack. Because I think we all know Ungaikyo can do some damage. But of course, his focus is on being damage. Ion Yobo, which I'm mispronouncing, for attack boosting and crit damage boosting. And of course, Wisp. Not only for the extra bit of effect hit, because again, he does have an effect, and I wanted to play with it, but because I really like this 4-piece set ability here and wanted to experiment, and it's worked out very nicely with Ungaikyo. Increases effect resistance, and then can consume the thought stacks before orbs when using orb skills. It's a pretty good combo here. That way you can preserve orbs for somebody else. Works nicely. Of course, with some crit damage, and all this happy. If anything, Wisp works very nicely on Ungaikyo with all of his skill set because of its thought stacks. So it's definitely worth playing with. I originally didn't know if I'd ever see a real use for it, but I definitely found one with him. Now, moving forward, we would now go with Senhime. Yep, our beauty. And, of course, grade 6. Now, she doesn't actually have anything affected by effect hit, so this little bit here doesn't matter. I intend to actually switch that out at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Mostly because getting souls is hard sometimes. But some of these you can't get with these specific things. It's really random number game, and we all know that. So for her case, a little bit more crit, a little more crit damage, a little more speed, because again, you want her doing what she does. A little more defense, HP, and plenty of attack. And of course, Odokuro here. This is the one I need to switch out, but for its beautiful, beautiful effect here. In all honesty, I have this idea I'm actually testing with someone else right now, but we'll see soon enough. And of course, this one down here for more attack. But Nuribatoki, which I don't use very often, but I couldn't resist testing out with Senhime. And I have to admit, I kind of like what it's been doing. With its, the effect resist thing. And with her being able to do her normal attacks or unable to take actions. This whole effect actually works very nicely. I'm very impressed. Some of the newer souls are very situational, but when you get them to work, and find the right Shiki for them, they will work. Where was I? I was here, right? So again, we have some more attacks, some crit damage. Of course, that beautiful HP bonus is there to help keep her alive and functional, as well as her halberd. Because why not? It's nice. It's good. Now, we move on to our lovely mountain man here, and let's just say this Evo skin is freaking gorgeous. With another shiny new soul set, or at least one of the last new soul sets we got, Oracle. And This boy and defense, as we can see. Now, I know there's some people out there who think, yeah, you could switch out those two effect-resistant mimics, boost the defense more. But in my experience, it pays to have some extra effect resistance, because with how much I overclock effect hit, I know I need some effect resistance on almost everything I can. You don't need any, she can get knocked stupid. Of course, he's got a little more speed. This really is a team that's a little more speedy, so that makes for fun times. And of course, his defense is high as I could get it with this particular one. I could probably work with some more. I could probably tweak it. Effect resistance. Not much in the way of attack because he doesn't really necessarily need his attack too much. But he definitely needs a lot more, but defense he definitely goes to town with here. Which is a lot of fun. I personally love it, especially with how like his defense can alter so much else. It's wonderful. So we have, of course, a mimic here with a defense boost in effect. More defense in another mimic. Oracle, which of course I actually love this ability effect here. After taking damage, recovering 10% of HP of the damage. Grants a shell at the start of battle and before the action. Anyone who knows me knows I actually love that ability with Shinkira, the Shinkira fossils, which I'm mispronouncing. Again, we know I can't pronounce the word shit. But I kind of love those shell things, because any and shields, they're like a little extra bonus to start is always lovely. So, of course, we have more defense and Oracle down here, more in here, and more here. Basically, he's a little bit like Jinmenju on crack, if you think about it for 5 seconds here. And we love that. And then, of course, now we move on to our hero, Susanoo. And boy, did I have fun with this one. So, as you can see again, like the rest of this party, grade 6th. Fully skilled up in all of his glory. Yes. And I may have went a little crazy. I may have went a little crazy with using Kyokotsu here. Extra 8% for each orb available to you when dealing damage. What can I say? It was an experiment. It's one I've had a lot of fun with. For its attack boosting and everything else. Of course, we have this beautiful, beautiful crit boosting one over here because why not have extra crit and everything? And of course, he's got some more effect resistance because I don't want him getting knocked stupid. At least I don't have to worry necessarily about him having an Onikiri issue, but with how strong he is, I want to also avoid an Onikiri issue. So again here with the other Kyokotsu. And then of course Tomb Guard here for its crit damaging ability, crit boosting abilities. And because technically it works pretty nicely with Kyokotsu, at least in my opinion. So overall, we got basically got some speed demons. So if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you. You can knock off here, no shame, no harm, no foul whatsoever. If you want to stick around, we're just going to do the usual match against a level 40 Hahakagami zone and a level 40 Kappa zone, and just watch this little quintet work. You know, with Senhime in the background just looking pretty, even though you can't see him worth jack squat behind Susanoo, but that's okay. We love you anyway, Senhime. For the record, my Senhime is built specifically with defense in mind, so that should answer a lot of things. So, if you're going to stick around, let's go. Senhime, you don't need to be doing anything, baby. There's so many effects going on at one time, things are running slow. There's the purge. There we go, now everything's back into order. The sound of the ghost is hilarious. And of course, they're just going to town. And Enma, of course, healing herself at every point. I mean, Senhime's not really doing much, but we love her anyway. Like I said, Enma is crowd control. And she is not good. Alright, so I'm gonna pause. We'll come back. We'll be at in the Kappa zone, alright? I'll see you in a second. Alright, and we are back in the Kappa zone once more. And we have Enma, Senhime, Susanoo, Fukengaku, I'm mispronouncing, Ungaikyo, Senhime in the background looking pretty, and we're just gonna let our SSR Palooza take place. Go. Oracle. Pow. I love Enma's voice. Her actor does great. Of course, Senhime is not doing much of anything, but that's okay. This little 5-sub works very nicely together. Unfortunately, I'm well aware they probably need an actual straight-up healer if I ever work them in an actual match. But anyway, that was this. If you stuck around to the end, thank you. Please feel free to do the Holy Trifecta of YouTube on your way out the door. The like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, alright? See ya.